Welcome to Highway Herald, your roadmap to the latest in auto, where automotive enthusiasts like you stay on top of the latest trends. Today, we're diving into the once mighty Volkswagen, a brand known for German engineering excellence. However, in 2024, the company faces a crossroads. From the iconic Beetle to the Golf, Volkswagen has a rich legacy. But now, with profits dropping, factory closures looming, and an unclear strategy, its future is uncertain. Let's explore the 8 reasons behind Volkswagen's struggles and ask, can it recover, or will it become a cautionary tale? Reason number 8. Volkswagen's EV ambitions, caught between dreams and reality. Volkswagen's ambitious push into the electric vehicle market seemed like a game changer, with a massive 60 billion euros investment in electrification. The ID.3 and ID.4 were designed to take on Tesla, and for a while it appeared Volkswagen was poised for success. But by 2024, the dream has begun to feel like a mirage. EV sales have stalled, with a 5% drop year-over-year in Europe and an even steeper decline in Germany. Reduced subsidies have slowed demand, and Volkswagen's shift alienated traditional ICE customers while failing to attract a strong wave of new EV buyers. Issues like range anxiety, high prices, and limited charging infrastructure persist, and Volkswagen's heavy reliance on shrinking government incentives leaves it vulnerable. Critics argue the company rushed into electrification without adequate preparation. Reason number 7. A profound profit drop signals deeper issues. Volkswagen's financial troubles are undeniable. In 2024, the company reported a staggering 60% drop in profits, plummeting from 5.8 billion euros in Q3 2023 to just 2.4 billion euros in Q3 2024, raising major concerns across the industry. 2 key markets, China and Europe, are showing troubling signs. In China, Volkswagen's largest market, sales dropped 12%, signaling waning demand. Europe saw a smaller 1% decline, but it's still concerning. Operating margins have been slashed to just 2%, prompting Volkswagen to consider drastic cost-cutting measures. CEO Thomas Schaefer admitted that German factories are running 25 to 50% over budget, creating an unsustainable situation. Volkswagen's response? A promise to cut spending, but critics remain skeptical about its effectiveness in halting the financial decline. Reason number 6. Volkswagen faces massive layoffs and plant closures. To manage escalating costs, Volkswagen plans to cut 4 billion euros in expenses by 2026, with a significant portion coming from salary reductions and layoffs. Since 2019, the company has already slashed 46,000 jobs, and forecasts suggest Germany's automotive sector could lose up to 140,000 jobs by 2030. Volkswagen's historic Osnabrück plant, famous for producing classics like the Karmann Ghia, faces potential closure. The Dresden plant, once a symbol of innovation, is also under threat due to plummeting demand. These closures mark a sad decline in Volkswagen's industrial legacy. Beyond the factory floor, local communities reliant on Volkswagen's presence are bracing for hard times. While these cuts may stabilize Volkswagen in the short term, the long-term damage to its workforce and reputation is concerning. Before we delve deeper, we'd appreciate it if you could subscribe to Highway Herald. Your support fuels our passion to create more content like this. Now let's explore reason number 5. A struggling shift back to combustion engines. After heavily investing in electric vehicles, Volkswagen has shifted focus back to internal combustion engines. While this might seem logical due to ongoing demand for gas-powered cars, it presents significant challenges. Volkswagen has committed 60 billion euros to improving combustion engines, but this strategy faces complications. Globally, the move away from fossil fuels is gaining momentum due to stricter emissions regulations and rising fuel prices. Volkswagen's return to ICE vehicles could appear outdated as the world embraces cleaner technologies. In China, local brands are gaining ground with affordable, tech-savvy alternatives, eroding Volkswagen's market share. Even in South America, where ICE vehicles are still popular, Volkswagen struggles with supply chain issues and stiff competition, highlighting its precarious position in both markets. Reason number 4. Shifting dynamics in China. For years, China has been Volkswagen's golden market, with its reliable sedans and premium SUVs leading the charge. However, this dominance is now under threat. Homegrown companies like BYD and NIO are rapidly expanding their electric vehicle market share with competitive, tech-savvy, and more affordable models than Volkswagen's. Despite Volkswagen's efforts to stay in the game by partnering with XPeng Incorporated to co-develop EVs, progress has been slow. Beyond fierce competition, tariffs and geopolitical tensions are complicating Volkswagen's ability to maintain its position in China. As EV adoption accelerates, Volkswagen's reliance on traditional models has left it struggling to stay relevant. Once a dominant force, the company now faces an uphill battle in one of its most crucial markets. Reason number 3: pressure on premium brands. Volkswagen's premium brands, Audi and Porsche, have always been major profit drivers. But even these luxurious stalwarts are feeling the heat. Porsche, a leader in performance, saw a 33% drop in 911 sales in China in the first half of 2024. Audi is also struggling, especially with its larger engine models, which are now facing higher tariffs. As the market shifts, so does demand, and Volkswagen's luxury brands are no exception. The loss of sales in this lucrative segment directly affects Volkswagen's bottom line. Premium vehicles are known for their higher profit margins, so when these sales falter, the impact is far-reaching. Volkswagen can no longer rely on these brands to keep the ship afloat in the same way it once did. Reason number 2: Volkswagen and the decline of German industry. Volkswagen's challenges aren't just internal, they reflect the larger struggles of Germany's industrial base. Rising energy costs, EU emissions regulations, and overall deindustrialization are all contributing factors that are making life harder for Volkswagen and its competitors. Since 2023, Germany's industrial production has fallen by 10%, and the automotive sector has borne the brunt of this decline. Volkswagen, as a flagship for German engineering, is caught in the middle of this storm. Efforts to push for looser emission standards have been blocked by political gridlock, leaving the company to fend for itself. This inability to adapt to the broader economic environment has made Volkswagen's struggles even more evident. Reason number 1: can Volkswagen make a comeback? The key question now is whether Volkswagen can recover. Its shifting strategy, bouncing between electric vehicles and internal combustion engines, has caused confusion and exposed significant vulnerabilities. While focusing on ICE vehicles may provide short-term gains in markets still reliant on fossil fuels, this approach is increasingly out of sync with global trends. Governments are tightening emission standards, fuel prices are rising, and consumers are leaning towards more sustainable options. Volkswagen's €60 billion push into EVs has fallen short, with models like the ID.3 and ID.4 struggling to gain traction. As government incentives shrink, building momentum becomes harder. Experts point to a lack of cohesive leadership and vision. Volkswagen must find a clear, innovative strategy to reconnect with consumers or risk being outpaced by more agile competitors. While the road to recovery won't be easy, Volkswagen still has the resources and expertise to turn things around. Conclusion: Volkswagen's decline is a cautionary tale for the automotive world, showing just how quickly a giant can stumble. The company's struggles reflect the larger issues facing traditional automakers: the need to evolve quickly to meet new demands, deal with geopolitical tensions, and adjust to shifting consumer preferences in a more sustainable world. The path to recovery is not clear, but it's not impossible. To get back on top, Volkswagen needs to innovate, streamline operations, and re-establish trust with its customers. It must embrace cutting-edge technologies, make its EV offerings more accessible, and lead with transparency. The big question remains: can Volkswagen reinvent itself and thrive in the new automotive era? Will it rise to the challenge, or will it fade into automotive history? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments section below. Let's get the conversation started. And don't forget to subscribe to Highway Herald for more updates on the future of the automotive world. Thank you for watching and see you next time.